My plan today is to get tacos around Northern Virginia, and I'm starting here in Loudoun County in the western part of the DMV because of a food truck called Zainy's Flyin Grill. More specifically, they're a taco truck, and they specialize in something called puffy tacos, which is something I've never had before. Puffy tacos apparently is a kind of taco that originated in San Antonio, Texas. It's a taco that is, well, for want of a better word, puffy. So let's go see what it's all about. Okay, I'm going to begin with the puffy tacos, and the first one is the San Antonio puffy taco. I think this is the OG puffy taco that was made famous in San Antonio. It's quite puffy, as advertised. I've never had anything like this actually. It's very light considering how big and heavy it looks. Supposedly this is a fried corn tortilla that puffs up when it's fried and the moisture is kind of zapped out of it in the fryer. This one has ground beef in it. That's good. It's very crispy and very airy. I'm sure you're familiar with like a Taco Bell taco. You know, you bite into it and it just snaps and cracks because it's so crisp. This is very much like that, but think of it in a kind of a puffy way. Wow. And the meat is seasoned extremely well. There's tomatoes in here that really complement the beefiness. Okay, next up is the chicken puffy taco. The chicken is seasoned very well. The orange colored sauce has a slight zing to it. There's onions and mangoes that really work very well. Okay, this is my second one. I can say right now very clearly that this puffy tortilla really makes this thing special and distinguishes it from all the other competitors, all the other tacos out there. Yeah, it's that crispiness, that airiness that really makes this thing shine. All right, I'm moving on to the next one. This is the brisket and cheese taco. I don't think I've ever had cheese on brisket before, so this will be something new. You know, and as I look at these puffy tacos, I'm trying to figure out what it looks like to me. And the only thing I can come up with is if you took a football and you deflated it, took all the air out of it, and just shoved like some meat in the middle of it. This is what it reminds me of. Ooh, you hear that? It makes noise as I squeeze it. Whoa, that brisket one is definitely the most meaty of the ones I've had so far. And that brisket, not is it only the brisket and cheese, it's the curry brisket and cheese. They put curry on their brisket. Whoa. Wow. Has a vague, almost Jamaican flavor to it because of the curry, or an Indian flavor. This is really good. Curry, brisket, and cheese in a puffy, crisp taco shell. Wow. Okay, this one so far has impressed me the most. Okay, this is the shrimp taco, and interestingly, it looks like battered and fried shrimp with fruity pebbles of all things on top. They've sprinkled fruity pebbles on it. That's a very unique and strange combination, if I must say. There's there's some of that orange sauce on it as well. That kind of zippy chipotle-like sauce. That's really good. They use some really good shrimp. The shrimp is very large and very meaty and bouncy and muscular. I mean, the shrimp itself is very crispy because they did a nice job frying it up. But those little fruity pebbles, oh my God. They add texture and crunch to it as well. And a fruitiness too. Not unlike, adding pineapple to your taco. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around having fruity pebbles on shrimp. But it works. It really does. Okay, in that bite, I got a lot of that meaty, muscular shrimp and those fruity pebbles. Wow. Again, the shrimp is battered and fried very well. It's very crisp. But then you have the extra crunch and snap of the fruity pebbles. And that slight fruitiness that really, really complements the shrimp. It's very unique, but delicious. All right, I'm at my next stop, Tippy's Taco. Frankly, I'm here because of the nostalgic value. Tippy's is a DMV institution, basically. It's a place that's been open since the 1950s. I believe 1958. They serve hard shell tacos. That's their specialty. So it's a throwback American-style taqueria, basically. In the days when it opened, that was before large-scale Hispanic immigration to the United States, so we didn't have a lot of authentic Mexican food. And so these tacos, these hard-shell tacos were it. In fact, these were the things that I ate as a kid. If you go to the grocery store and bought a taco kit, old El Paso taco kit, you would make something like this. Or if you went to the school cafeteria, occasionally they would serve tacos and you would have something very similar. So I'm here basically for the nostalgic value. I come here, once in a blue moon, just to kind of renew some of those old taste buds that I had when I was a kid. The hard shell taco is very crisp and snappy when you bite into it. There's ground beef in it, and it has that familiar taco seasoning like you would get when you eat an old El Paso taco with the taco seasoning that you make at home. It has lettuce and some cheese in it. Yeah, and what I really enjoy about these tacos is the crispiness of them. Because in the so-called authentic tacos that you get nowadays, from the Mexican taco trucks that are around the DMV and probably around where you are, you don't get the snap of the shell. And having had these as a kid, and having that association with that snap and the crunch of the outer shell, I do appreciate a taco that has this sort of crispness to it. And I probably always will, because I learned that as a child, that tacos should be crunchy and hard like this. Okay, I also got the chicken. This one is filled with chicken meat, not ground beef. Okay, this is an old school place, so they don't really technically have salsa. What they do have is this hot sauce. So let me try it. Whoa. It's got a nice kick to it, that little hot sauce. Yeah, so don't come here expecting, you know, 3 or 4 different kinds of salsa. They don't have that. But if you want to lubricate your taco into something, this is it. And the meats here are finely ground. They're nice and small, the pieces of meat, I mean. So it lets the shell breathe and be the star of the show. So yes, in fact, the shell, the hard shell here, does garner the most attention. Okay, my final order was the quesadilla. And this is a meatless quesadilla. This is how it comes here. It has cheese, jalapenos, and tomatoes in a flour tortilla. The cheese and the jalapenos really goes well together. That's a nice flavor combination between those two things. There's some heat from those jalapenos. This is quite a simple thing, really. A flour tortilla, like the kind that you would get at the supermarket. Looks like yellow American cheese of some sort, maybe. A little bit of tomatoes and jalapenos. But this is really packing some flavor. The heat from the jalapenos and the cheese really complement each other, and you got a very unique cheesy heat coming off that thing. In fact, this is kind of catching me off guard, because this might be the tastiest thing here. This simple quesadilla. I finally found something that I can make at home. That won't be too hard for me to replicate. All right, that concludes my taco tour for today here at Tippy's Taco House. And before that at Zainy's Flying Grill, the Zainy's truck, which was parked today out in Loudoun County in Ashburn. Well, you know, I didn't have the most quote-unquote authentic tacos today with the puffy tacos and the hard shell tacos. But I guess I wanted to spotlight these tacos. You know, not every taco is a so-called authentic Mexican taco of the kind that, you know, that the immigrants now are selling at their shops and that you find at Mexican taco trucks. There are still worthy tacos out there that don't fit that quote-unquote authentic description. So those puffy tacos earlier were terrific. These hard shell tacos provide a nostalgic punch that I quite enjoy. So I had a good day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing if you have. Until we meet again on my next adventure. Until then, I'll be in Maryland, DC, or Virginia. Catch me then on the next episode. Bye-bye.